We're diving into the incredible history and value of the 1949 Abraham Lincoln Wheat Penny. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny coin has reached a staggering market value of $1.8 million. But why is it so special? What makes it worth so much? Let's find out. First, let's talk about the basics of the wheat penny. The wheat penny, also known as the Lincoln wheat cent, was minted from 1909 to 1958. It was introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and became the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. The reverse side features two wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and abundance. Now, let's zoom in on the 1949 wheat penny. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary coin, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Most 1949 pennies are worth just a few cents today, depending on their condition. However, certain rare varieties have skyrocketed in value, and that's where the $1.8 million coin comes in at SO. What makes this particular 1949 penny so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and errors. Rare coins are often the result of mistakes during the minting process. In the case of this 1949 penny, collectors believe it may have been struck on a rare metal planchet or include a unique die error. Coins like this are incredibly rare, making them highly sought after by collectors. Imagine owning a coin with such a fascinating backstory. This brings us to the million-dollar question. How did this coin reach such an astonishing value? One key factor is its pristine condition. The $1.8 million 1949 penny is believed to have been graded as mint state, meaning it has retained its original luster and sharp details. For collectors, condition is everything. Even a minor scratch can significantly reduce a coin's value. Another reason for its high value is its historical significance. Coins that capture a moment in history, like the wheat penny celebrating Lincoln, often attract collectors who are passionate about preserving the past. Combine this historical appeal with its rarity, and you have a recipe for a record-breaking auction price. Speaking of auctions, let's talk about the marketplace. The coin market is booming, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique pieces. In recent years, high-profile sales have shown that rare coins are not just collectibles, they're also investments. This 1949 penny is a perfect example of how a small piece of metal can turn into a multi-million-dollar asset. Now, you might be wondering, could you have a valuable wheat penny hiding in your collection? It's possible. Start by examining the date and mint mark, which can be found below Lincoln's portrait. The mint mark indicates where the coin was produced, and certain combinations are rarer than others. Next, check the coin's condition. If it looks uncirculated, you could be holding something special. For those who are serious about determining a coin's value, professional grading is essential. Coin grading companies like PCGS or NGC can authenticate your coin and assign it a grade, which directly impacts its market value. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate what this story teaches us. The 1949 wheat penny reminds us that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. It's a symbol of history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone with spare change in your pocket, the world of coins offers endless surprises. Next time you come across an old penny, don't dismiss it too quickly. Who knows? You might just have a million-dollar coin in your hands. Thank you for joining me today as we uncovered the incredible story of the $1.8 million 1949 Abraham Lincoln wheat penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another fascinating coin story. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you plan to check your collection after this video. Hello and welcome to our channel, where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and collectibles. Today, we're talking about a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike, the 1991 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny. Could you believe this humble coin, which most of us have seen countless times, could be worth up to $2 million? That's right. Stick around, because in this video, we'll explore the history, unique features, and current market value of this incredible penny. To truly understand the value of this coin, let's start with some history. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure. Over the decades, the design has seen minor changes, but the penny remains one of the most iconic coins in American history. The 1991 D penny was struck at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. This coin wasn't particularly rare at the time, with millions produced for general circulation. However, certain factors can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary treasure. What makes the 1991 D penny so special? The high value stems from a rare error or variation that occurred during production. Experts believe this coin was struck on a unique planchet or experienced a double die error, where the design elements appear doubled. These errors are incredibly rare and often go unnoticed for years. Tio put it into perspective. Errors like this are the result of a slight misalignment in the minting process or the use of an unusual metal composition. These small mistakes can create coins that are not just rare but highly sought after by collectors. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value. While most 1991 D pennies are worth only their face value, a select few with these errors have sold for astronomical amounts. Recently, one of these error coins fetched $2 million at auction. This is due to its rarity, historical significance, and demand among high-profile collectors. Why such a high price? Well, coins are like pieces of art. Their value is determined by rarity, condition, and desirability. The 1991 D penny in question was in near-perfect condition and had one of the rarest errors ever seen. This combination made it a true gem in the coin collecting world. So, how can you tell if you have one of these million-dollar coins? First, check for the D mint mark under the date on the front of the coin. Next, examine the penny closely for any signs of doubling, especially around the lettering or Lincoln's profile. You might need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe for a closer look. Also, weigh the coin. A standard penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If your coin is heavier or lighter, it could indicate an error. Lastly, consider consulting a professional coin grader or appraiser. They can verify the authenticity and value of your coin. If you think you've hit the jackpot, your next step is to contact a reputable auction house. Coins like the 1991 D error penny often achieve their highest value through auctions, where competitive bidding drives up the price. Keep in mind that selling a rare coin involves fees for grading, certification, and auction commissions, but the potential payout can still be life-changing. Whether or not you have a rare penny, proper storage is crucial. Always handle coins by their edges and avoid touching the surface, as oils from your fingers can cause damage. Store them in a cool, dry place, preferably in protective cases designed for coins. Who would have thought that a simple penny could be worth millions? The story of the 1991 D Lincoln penny is a reminder to always check your change. You never know what hidden treasures you might find. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more stories about rare and valuable collectibles. We're going to dive into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, and how it's currently worth a staggering $2.1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $2.1 million. Stick with me as we explore this rare coin, its incredible value, and the story behind it. To start, let's look back at the history of the penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it features the iconic portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and a depiction of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The penny, made primarily of copper, has been a mainstay in the United States currency system for over a century. Yet, over time, some of these pennies became far more valuable than their face value, especially when rare or unusual variants are discovered. Now, let's get to the heart of the story. In 1984, a seemingly ordinary batch of Lincoln pennies was produced. However, a handful of these coins were minted with a unique error that would go on to make them incredibly valuable. These pennies were mistakenly struck with the wrong design, specifically an error involving the date and the placement of some of the details on the coin. Initially, these coins were overlooked, as the mistake wasn't immediately obvious to the casual observer. But it wasn't long before collectors and numismatists began to take notice of the error. As news spread, the value of these pennies skyrocketed, particularly when one of these coins was auctioned for over $2 million. Why is this penny worth so much? Well, there are several factors at play. First, the rarity of the coin is a huge factor. Only a very small number of these 1984-era pennies were ever produced, and finding one in good condition is almost impossible. Collectors are always on the lookout for such rare items, and when one of these pennies comes up for sale, it generates an enormous amount of interest. Second, the historical significance adds to its value. Abraham Lincoln is one of the most revered figures in American history. His image has been on the penny for over a century, making the coin a symbol of both American heritage and the country's economic system. A coin with a significant era tied to such an important figure naturally sparks interest among both collectors and investors. The condition of the coin is another crucial element. Coins in pristine condition are always more valuable than those that have been worn down or damaged over time. In the case of the 1984 penny, the ones that have survived in nearly mint condition are the ones that fetch the highest prices. If you were to find one of these rare pennies today, you'd be holding onto a piece of American history. Imagine coming across a coin that's worth more than a luxury car, or even a house, just by happenstance. This is the kind of story that makes coin collecting so exciting for enthusiasts all over the world. So, how can you identify if you found one of these rare pennies? It's all about knowing what to look for. The most obvious indicator is the error in the design. The 1984 era pennies often have an issue with the date, or sometimes with the alignment of other details like the mint mark or the Lincoln Memorial. It's important to have a keen eye and to study the specifics of the coin's design to confirm if it matches the error pattern. If you think you've found one of these pennies, it's a good idea to have it authenticated by a professional. There are many reputable grading services that can evaluate the authenticity and condition of a coin, giving you a better idea of its value. Once authenticated, your coin can be sold through various auction houses or directly to collectors who specialize in rare coins. It's also worth noting that while the 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny has a record value of $2.1 million, most era pennies aren't worth quite that much. However, even a penny that's not quite as rare or in perfect condition could still be worth a significant amount more than its face value. There are plenty of other coins with minor errors or unique characteristics that can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For those of you who are interested in getting into coin collecting, there are a few tips that can help you get started. First, it's important to educate yourself. Learn about different coins, the various types of errors that can occur during the minting process, and the history behind them. The more knowledge you have, the better your chances of spotting a valuable coin. Second, take care of your collection. Coins should be stored in proper holders, away from humidity and direct sunlight, to prevent damage. Handling coins with gloves and keeping them in a safe place can ensure they maintain their value over time. Lastly, be patient. Rare coins don't come around every day, and finding one that could be worth a lot of money can take time. However, the thrill of discovery and the potential for a big payoff is part of what makes coin collecting so rewarding. So, if you ever come across a 1984 Lincoln penny, take a moment to look it over closely. Who knows? You might be holding on to a piece of American history worth millions of dollars. As we wrap up today's video, I hope you've enjoyed learning about the incredible value of the 1984 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you've got any coins in your collection, take a closer look. You might just find a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories from the world of collectibles. We're going to dive into something fascinating, especially for all you collectors and coin enthusiasts out there. We're talking about the 1987 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has become the stuff of legends in the world of numismatics. This specific penny is not just any ordinary coin. Its current market value has skyrocketed to an astonishing $2.1 million. How did this penny, which is still a part of everyday change for most of us, reach such a remarkable price? What makes it so special? In the next few minutes, we're going to explore the history of this rare coin, its journey from a minting error to a highly sought-after collector's item, and how it ended up fetching such a jaw-dropping price. Stay tuned as we explore this numismatic marvel. Let's start by setting the scene. The U.S. Mint produces billions of pennies every year, but most of them don't end up being worth much more than their face value of 1 cent. So, what happened in 1987? Well, this particular penny is one of the rarest examples of a minting error. It's a 1987 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin that was struck without the copper plating that usually covers it. This unusual mistake made it a coin like no other, And it's this error that has driven its value to astronomical heights. To understand why this happened, we need to take a quick look at how pennies are made. Typically, pennies are composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. The copper plating is supposed to cover the zinc core, giving the coin its familiar reddish-brown appearance. But in some rare cases, like with this 1987 penny, the copper didn't cover the zinc properly, and as a result, the penny had a unique look, a silverish, almost unpolished appearance. This tiny mistake caused the coin to stand out, but it wasn't immediately recognized as anything special. In fact, it took several years before anyone noticed the rarity of this particular penny. Numismatists, those who study coins, are always on the lookout for rare minting errors. One day, an eagle-eyed collector spotted the 1987 penny with the unusual composition and recognized it for what it was, a major error. From that moment on, this penny became one of the most coveted items in the world of coin collecting. As word spread about this rare 1987 Lincoln penny, collectors from all over began searching for it, hoping to find one of their own. But the coin didn't just become valuable because it was rare. Over time, its value was driven up by its status as a minting error, one of those mistakes that adds an extra layer of intrigue to any collectible. People were fascinated by how something as small as a tiny mistake in the minting process could result in a coin worth millions. Now, let's talk about how this coin ended up with a price tag of $2.1 million. In recent years, it was discovered that only a handful of these 1987 Lincoln pennies were ever made. Of those, only one was in near-perfect condition, which is the one that was auctioned off for an astonishing $2.1 million. This record-breaking sale caught the attention of the media and the coin-collecting community worldwide. It also made people realize that there could be other coins with similar errors, hidden out there, waiting to be discovered. What's interesting is that the 1987 Abraham Lincoln penny isn't the only coin that has fetched a fortune due to a minting error. In fact, there have been several other famous coins in history, like the 1943 copper penny, that have reached huge prices due to similar mistakes. But the 1987 penny's value is particularly striking because it's so recent, meaning it's within living memory for many of us. To think that a coin from just a few decades ago could be worth millions is truly mind-blowing. So, why does a coin like this become so valuable? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. The rarity is easy to understand. There are only a handful of these 1987 pennies in existence. The condition is also crucial. The one that sold for $2.1 million was in near-mint condition, meaning it had been preserved in perfect or almost perfect state, with no wear or damage. And of course, there's the demand. Numismatists, collectors, and even investors know that rare coins like this one can be worth much more in the future. For many collectors, owning a coin like this is not just about owning a piece of history. It's also about making an investment that could appreciate over time. Now, if you're wondering how you can get your hands on one of these million-dollar pennies, you might be disappointed to hear that they're nearly impossible to find. Most of them have already been discovered, and as you can imagine, they're not just lying around in circulation. But that doesn't mean you should give up hope if you're a coin collector. There are plenty of other rare coins out there, and you never know when you might stumble upon one that could be worth a fortune. Coin collecting is more than just about having a collection. It's about being part of a community of passionate individuals who appreciate the history and artistry behind coins. And while not every penny you find in your change jar will turn into a million-dollar treasure, it's still exciting to imagine that there could be something out there waiting for discovery. So, what can we learn from the incredible story of the 1987 Abraham Lincoln penny? First, we're reminded of how unpredictable and fascinating the world of coin collecting can be. What seems like a simple mistake can turn into a valuable and sought-after piece of history. Second, it shows us that the value of things, whether they're coins or other collectibles, isn't always about their initial worth, but about how much people are willing to pay for them in the future. In closing, the story of the 1987 Lincoln penny is a reminder that sometimes it's the smallest things that can make the biggest impact. This rare coin, born from an unexpected minting error, has not only become a symbol of the world of coin collecting, but also an example of how something as simple as a penny can have unimaginable value. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the incredible story of the 1987 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below if you've ever discovered a rare coin in your collection. Who knows? Maybe your next coin could be worth millions. We dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and explore a hidden treasure that might be in your pocket right now. We're talking about the 1980 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a rare coin that has recently shocked the coin market with its astonishing value of $2.2 million. If you're a coin collector, a history enthusiast, or just curious about rare treasures, this video is for you. Let's begin by understanding the significance of this particular penny. Coins have always been an essential part of history, serving as both a tool of commerce and a reflection of a nation's identity. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. It commemorates the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, who led the nation through its most challenging times. But what makes this 1980 Abraham Lincoln penny so extraordinary? The answer lies in its unique error. In 1980, a batch of pennies was struck without the image of Abraham Lincoln, a mistake that escaped the U.S. Mint's quality control process. This error coin was likely the result of a damaged die or a misaligned strike. Such mistakes are incredibly rare, and when they do occur, they create coins that collectors prize highly for their rarity and uniqueness. Now, you might wonder, how does a 1-cent coin transform into a multimillion-dollar treasure? It's all about rarity, condition, and demand. The 1980 Lincoln penny is considered one of the most elusive error coins in modern numismatics. Fewer than a handful are believed to exist, making it an absolute gem for collectors. Let's talk about the current market value of this coin. In recent years, as interest in error coins has grown, the demand for the 1980 Lincoln penny has skyrocketed. Earlier this year, one of these rare pennies was sold at auction for an astonishing $2.2 million. This jaw-dropping sale set a record and further cemented the coin's legendary status. But why would someone pay millions for a penny? For collectors, it's not just about the monetary value. It's about owning a piece of history. Error coins like the 1980 Lincoln penny represent a fascinating moment when something went awry in the minting process, creating a unique artifact that stands out from the billions of standard coins produced. For those wondering how to identify this rare penny, here's what to look for. First, examine the coin closely. The absence of Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse side is the defining characteristic. You'll also want to check the coin's date to ensure it's from 1980. If you suspect you have one, it's essential to have it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service. The condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining its value, so proper handling is crucial. Now, let's delve into the broader appeal of coin collecting. For many, collecting coins is more than a hobby. It's a journey through history. Coins tell stories of the times they were minted, reflecting the culture, politics, and technological advancements of their era. The discovery of a rare coin like the 1980 Lincoln penny adds a sense of excitement and adventure to the pursuit. If you're thinking of starting your own coin collection or diving deeper into the world of numismatics, here are some tips. Begin by examining the coins you already have at home. You'd be surprised at what treasures might be hiding in your change jar or old collections passed down through your family. Next, invest in a good magnifying glass and coin guidebook to help identify potential rarities. And finally, always handle coins with care, as even minor scratches can significantly reduce their value. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to appreciate how incredible it is that a simple penny, something most of us overlook, can hold such immense value and historical significance. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who enjoys learning about fascinating finds, the 1980 Abraham Lincoln penny is a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more stories about incredible discoveries, hidden treasures, and the history that surrounds us. And if you've ever found a unique or rare coin, we'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Who knows, you might just have a $1 million coin in your possession. We'll uncover the fascinating story behind the 2020 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny and why one specific version of this coin is valued at an astonishing $2.3 million in today's market. Stay tuned as we explore the history, key features, And what makes this coin so incredibly valuable? The Lincoln penny has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1909, when it was introduced to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. Over the years, it has undergone several changes in design and composition, but it remains one of the most recognizable coins in circulation. The 2020 version might seem like an ordinary penny to most people, but there's much more to it than meets the eye. First, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln penny. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the original penny featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, making it the first U.S. coin to depict a real person. The reverse has seen several designs, including the iconic wheat ears, the Lincoln Memorial, and, more recently, the Union Shield. The 2020 penny carries the Union Shield on the reverse, a design introduced in 2010. Now, what makes the 2020 penny so special? While billions of these pennies were minted, a small number of them were struck with an extremely rare error or flaw. These error coins are what collectors dream of finding. The specific 2020 penny that fetched $2.3 million at auction is one of these rare error coins. Error coins are highly sought after in the world of numismatics. They occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. For example, a die crack can create unique patterns, or a misaligned strike can result in a doubled or distorted image. The 2020 penny in question has a unique error that makes it one of a kind. This particular coin features a double die error, where certain elements of the design appear doubled. In this case, the doubling is most prominent in the words "In God We Trust" and "Liberty," as well as the date itself. 2020. Such errors are extremely rare, and their rarity, combined with the high demand from collectors, can drive the value of these coins through the roof. The $2.3 million price tag for this penny reflects not only its rarity but also its pristine condition, graded as a MS69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service. This grade indicates near-perfect quality, making it even more desirable to collectors. If you're wondering how to spot a valuable penny like this, there are a few key steps you can take. First, always check your pocket change. While the chances are slim, rare coins do occasionally end up in circulation. Look closely at the details of the coin using a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. Pay special attention to the lettering, numbers, and design features, as errors are often subtle. Second, consider having your coins professionally graded if you think you've found something special. Organizations like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin and provide an accurate grade, which is crucial for determining its market value. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises. The story of the 2020 Lincoln penny reminds us that sometimes extraordinary value can be found in the most unexpected places. Coins like these are not only worth millions but also serve as a reminder of the artistry and craftsmanship behind our currency. Thank you for joining me on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about the hidden treasures in your pocket. And remember, every penny counts, literally. We're diving into an incredible story about a humble penny, a coin so rare and valuable that it's now worth an astonishing $2.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the 1994 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent coin. If you have one of these in your possession, you could be holding on to a fortune. Stick around to find out what makes this penny so special, why it's worth millions, and how you can identify it. Let's start with some background. The 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny is a part of the proof coin series minted by the U.S. Mint. Proof coins are not your ordinary pocket change. These are specially made for collectors, struck with extra care using polished dies, giving them a mirror-like finish and razor-sharp details. Normally, proof coins bear a mint mark that indicates where they were produced. For example, most proof coins from 1994 were minted in San Francisco, which means they carry the S mint mark. But in an extremely rare minting error, a small number of these coins were produced without the S mint mark. This is what collectors refer to as the 1994 S penny. Now, you might wonder why a missing mint mark would make this coin worth millions. The answer lies in rarity and demand. Out of the millions of proof coins minted in 1994, only a handful of S pennies exist. Some experts estimate fewer than 10 were ever made. This kind of rarity drives collectors wild because it's essentially a mistake that was never supposed to happen. Add to that the fact that the coin is from a popular series featuring Abraham Lincoln, one of the most iconic figures in American history, and you have a recipe for a collector's dream. So, how do you know if you have this $1 million penny? First, you need to check the date and mint mark on your coin. The 1994 No.S. penny will have the year 1994 on the front, right below Lincoln's portrait. The key is to look closely at where the mint mark should be. If it's missing entirely, you might have struck gold, or, in this case, copper. However, remember that proof coins are not found in circulation. They are usually sold directly to collectors by the U.S. Mint, so you won't find one in your pocket change. Instead, you'll need to check proof sets from 1994. If you or someone you know has one of these sets, it's worth a closer look. Let's talk about what happens if you do find one of these coins. First, you'll want to get it authenticated and graded by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations specialize in determining whether a coin is genuine and assigning it a grade based on its condition. For a coin like this, even a slightly lower grade could still mean a seven-figure payday. Once authenticated, you'll need to decide whether to keep it as a prized piece of history or sell it to the highest bidder. Recently, one of these pennies sold for $2.4 million at auction, breaking records and capturing the attention of collectors worldwide. So why is the current market value so high? It's a combination of factors. First, the rarity of the coin makes it almost mythical among collectors. Second, its connection to Abraham Lincoln adds historical and cultural significance. Finally, the coin market itself has been growing, with investors seeing rare coins as an alternative asset. When these factors come together, the result is a staggering price tag. Before we wrap up, let's discuss some tips for spotting other valuable coins. Mint errors aren't limited to the 1994 No.S. penny. Coins with double dies, off-center strikes, or other anomalies can also be worth a lot of money. Pay attention to details like mint marks, dates, and the overall appearance of the coin. A good magnifying glass and a guidebook can help you identify potential treasures. In conclusion, the 1994 No.S. Abraham Lincoln penny is a fascinating piece of numismatic history. Its rarity, the story behind its creation, and its record-breaking value make it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. If you think you might have one, take the time to investigate. Who knows, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. We're diving into an incredible story about one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1975 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might think, it's just a penny, right? But what if I told you this humble coin has a current market value of $2.5 million? That's right. One of these pennies recently made headlines in the numismatic world for its jaw-dropping value. In this video, we'll uncover why this coin is worth millions, how to identify if you have one, and the intriguing history behind it. Make sure to stick around until the end to learn some expert tips on spotting valuable coins in your collection. Let's start with a little background. The Abraham Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, is one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. It features the iconic profile of President Lincoln on the obverse and, since 1959, the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. While billions of pennies have been minted over the years, only a few are considered rare and valuable due to errors, unique features, or historical significance. Now, what makes the 1975 D penny so special? First, let's clarify one important detail. The D mint mark indicates the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies at the Denver facility, so most of these coins are quite ordinary. But among those billions, a very small number stand out because of a mysterious error that occurred during production. This error involves a double die. For those unfamiliar, a double die occurs when a coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, slightly misaligned. This creates a unique effect where details like the date, lettering, or Lincoln's profile appear doubled. On the 1975 D penny, the doubling is particularly noticeable on the date and the words, "In God We Trust." This error makes the coin exceptionally rare and highly sought after by collectors. But there's more to the story. In addition to the doubling error, the 1975 D penny in question is made of bronze, a combination of copper and zinc. At the time, pennies were transitioning to a new composition, and any variations in metal content can make a coin even more valuable. This specific penny also boasts an impeccable condition, graded as Mint State 67 red. That's an almost flawless coin, with its original luster intact, as if it just came off the press. So, why does all this matter? When you combine the rarity of the error, the pristine condition, and the historical significance, you get a coin that collectors are willing to pay millions for. In fact, the most recent sale of this penny at auction fetched an astonishing $2.5 million. It's a testament to the passion and dedication of the numismatic community. Now, you might be wondering, do I have a 1975 D penny like this in my collection? The good news is, it's entirely possible. Millions of these coins were circulated, and many are still out there in piggy banks, jars, or old coin rolls. Here's how to check. First, examine the date. Use a magnifying glass to look closely at the 1975 and the D mint mark. Do you see any signs of doubling? Look carefully at the "In God We Trust" inscription at the top of the coin and the word "Liberty" to the left of Lincoln's profile. Doubling in these areas is a key indicator. Next, assess the coin's condition. Even if you spot the doubling, the value of your penny depends on how well it has been preserved. Coins with minimal wear and tear are worth much more than those that have been heavily circulated. Lastly, consider having your coin professionally graded. Reputable grading companies like PCGS or NGC can certify your coin's authenticity and assign it a grade, which will significantly impact its market value. Before we wrap up, let's talk about the broader lesson here. This story highlights the importance of paying attention to the small details in everyday life. Who would have thought a penny, something we often overlook, could be worth millions? It's a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. If you're a coin enthusiast or just someone looking to explore the world of numismatics, this is the perfect time to start. Check your change, dig through old jars, and keep an eye out for unique coins. You never know. You might be holding the next multimillion-dollar discovery in your hands. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this story fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on rare coins, collectibles, and fascinating historical finds. And if you've ever found a rare coin or have questions about your collection, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. We're talking about a coin that has collectors and enthusiasts buzzing, the 2001 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, which recently made headlines with its astonishing value of $2.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny now worth millions. Let's unravel the mystery behind this coin and understand what makes it so special. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might find yourself digging through your spare change. Before we dive into the details of why this particular penny is so valuable, let's talk a bit about the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909 and features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. It's one of the most recognizable coins in the United States and has undergone several design changes over the years. The 2001 Lincoln penny was part of the Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. At first glance, it might seem like any ordinary penny you'd find in your pocket or at the bottom of your couch. But as we'll see, there's something truly extraordinary about a small number of these coins. Now, you might be wondering, what could make a common coin minted in 2001 worth millions? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, error, and demand. The $2.6 million 2001 penny is no ordinary coin. It's a mint error, and error coins are among the most sought-after collectibles in the numismatic world. This particular coin features a dramatic double-die error, where the design elements on the coin appear to be doubled. If you look closely at the inscriptions, like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," you'd see a distinct doubling effect. These kinds of errors occur during the minting process, and while they're rare, they occasionally slip through quality control. In addition to the error, this specific penny was struck on a highly polished planchet, giving it a proof-like appearance even though it was intended for circulation. These unique characteristics make it a one-of-a-kind piece that collectors can't resist. How does a penny go from being worth just 1 cent to $2.6 million? It's all about provenance and the market. This particular coin was discovered by a collector who noticed its unusual features and had it authenticated by a professional grading service. It was later certified as one of the finest examples of its kind, earning a grade of MS 69 red, which is almost flawless. The coin gained fame at a high-profile auction where multiple collectors competed to add it to their collections. The final sale price of $2.6 million set a record, making it one of the most expensive pennies ever sold. This shows how much value collectors place on rarity, condition, and history. Now that you know the incredible story behind the 2001 penny, you might be wondering if you could have a valuable coin sitting in your own collection. While the odds of finding a $2.6 million penny are slim, there are still many rare and valuable coins out there. Check for mint errors, like doubling or off-center strikes. Look at the color of your coin. Bright, red-toned pennies in mint condition are more valuable. Check the date and mint mark. Coins from certain years or mints are rarer than others. Get your coins graded by a professional service to determine their condition and authenticity. If you think you've found something special, it's worth having it appraised. Why do people pay so much for coins like this? Coin collecting, or numismatics, is more than a hobby. It's a passion for history, art, and rarity. Every coin tells a story, and rare coins like this 2001 penny become tangible pieces of history. For collectors, owning a unique coin is like owning a masterpiece of art. The market for rare coins is thriving, with auctions regularly breaking records. It's not just about money. It's about the thrill of the hunt and the joy of discovery. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2001 Abraham Lincoln penny worth $2.6 million. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary things can hold extraordinary value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins, it's always worth keeping an eye on the change in your pocket. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a treasure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about rare and valuable coins. And let us know in the comments, what's the most interesting coin you've ever come across? We're diving into the fascinating story of the 1965 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. Believe it or not, this humble penny, minted nearly 6 decades ago, has an estimated market value of $2.7 million. How did this happen? Let's find out. To understand the value of this coin, we first need to step back in time. In 1965, the United States was in the midst of significant changes. The country was phasing out silver from dimes and quarters, and the penny, made primarily of copper, was a staple in everyday transactions. Millions of these coins were produced each year, making it one of the most common coins in circulation. But what makes this particular penny so special? The answer lies in its rarity and the mystery surrounding its origin. You see, the 1965 penny we're discussing is not your average Lincoln cent. This specific coin was struck on a rare transitional planchet, a blank intended for a completely different type of coin. Planchets are the metal discs used to create coins, and during the 1960s, the U.S. Mint experienced several transitional errors. In the case of the 1965 Lincoln penny, experts believe it was mistakenly struck on a planchet made for a different denomination or material composition. Such errors were incredibly rare, and most were caught before the coins left the mint. But occasionally, a few slipped through the cracks, and this penny is one of those lucky survivors. The value of this coin also comes from its condition. Most coins in circulation show signs of wear and tear, but this 1965 penny is in remarkable shape. It has been graded as near perfect by professional coin grading services. Combine that with its unique history, and you have a coin that collectors dream of owning. Now, you might be wondering, how was this coin discovered? The story goes that a collector stumbled upon it while examining a batch of pennies they had acquired. Upon closer inspection, they noticed something unusual about its weight and composition. After further analysis and grading, it was confirmed to be a one-of-a-kind transitional error. In 2023, this very penny made headlines when it was sold at auction for an astonishing $2.7 million. This set a new record for a Lincoln penny and solidified its place in numismatic history. So, what does this mean for you? Well, it's a reminder to always check your change. Rare coins can often go unnoticed for years, hiding in plain sight. While the odds of finding a $2.7 million penny are slim, there are still valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered. If you're interested in coin collecting, start by learning the basics. Look for coins with errors, unusual designs, or unique compositions. Even small imperfections can significantly increase a coin's value. For those who want to take their interest further, consider investing in tools like magnifying glasses, coin scales, and reference books. They'll help you identify potential treasures in your collection. The story of the 1965 Lincoln penny is a testament to the unexpected treasures that can be found in the most ordinary places. Who would have thought that a simple 1-cent coin could be worth millions? Thanks for watching, and remember, history is everywhere, even in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the mysterious 1994 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin has captured the imagination of collectors and enthusiasts alike, not only because of its rarity but also because its current market value has soared to an astonishing $2.8 million. You're sifting through a pile of old coins, and suddenly, you come across a penny that seems unusual. It's a 1994 penny, but something is missing. Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile, which has graced the penny since 1909, is nowhere to be found. What you've stumbled upon is one of the rarest coins in U.S. history. In this video, we'll uncover the origins of this incredible coin, why it's so rare, and how its value skyrocketed to $2.8 million. Stick around because you won't want to miss the fascinating story behind this numismatic treasure. To understand why this penny is so special, let's first take a quick look at the history of the 1-cent coin. The Lincoln penny was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it became the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Over the years, the design has undergone minor changes, but Lincoln's profile has remained the centerpiece. That's why the 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny is such a shocking anomaly. It defies over 80 years of tradition. The mystery of the 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny. So, what exactly happened in 1994? Why was this penny struck without Lincoln's image? Experts believe this was the result of a minting error, possibly due to a misaligned die or a damaged die face. Coins with errors like this are extremely rare, as the U.S. Mint has strict quality control measures. Most flawed coins are caught and destroyed before they ever leave the facility. But somehow, a small number of these "No Lincoln" pennies slipped through the cracks and ended up in circulation. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. Why would a single penny be worth $2.80 million? First, it's all about rarity. Only a handful of these coins are known to exist. In the world of coin collecting, rarity drives value. The fewer examples of a coin, the higher the demand. Second, the condition of the coin plays a huge role. Collectors and investors look for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. The better the condition, the higher the price. Finally, there's the historical significance. The 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny isn't just a minting error. It's a piece of history that tells a story. One of the most notable sales of this coin occurred at an auction where it fetched the staggering price of $2.8 million. This set a record for a 1-cent piece and cemented its status as a legendary collectible. The buyer? A private collector who recognized the coin's importance and rarity. For many collectors, owning a piece like this is the ultimate dream. How to identify the 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny? If you're wondering how to identify one of these coins, here's what to look for. Abraham Lincoln's profile will be missing from the obverse, front, side of the coin. The reverse, back, side, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, should appear normal. If you think you've found one of these coins, it's crucial to have it authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, here's the million-dollar question, or rather, the $2.80 million question. Could you have one of these pennies in your possession? It's unlikely, but not impossible. Many rare coins have been discovered in the most unexpected places: coin jars, old piggy banks, or even in loose change. The 1994 Abraham Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as ordinary as a penny can hold extraordinary value. It reminds us to look closely at the small details because you never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and collectibles, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're inspired to start checking your change more closely. We're diving into an incredible story about a humble 1-cent coin from 1988 that could potentially be worth a staggering $1 million. That's right, a penny that could make you a millionaire. So grab your magnifying glasses and let's get started. At first glance, the 1988 Lincoln 1-cent coin may seem like any ordinary penny. It's small, coppery, and easy to overlook. But what if I told you that one specific variation of this coin is creating waves in the numismatic world and commanding jaw-dropping prices on the collector's market? Let's talk history. The 1988 penny features the familiar bust of Abraham Lincoln on the front, or obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, or reverse. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this design has been in use since 1909. By 1988, the Lincoln penny was a common sight in everyone's pocket. But as collectors know, not all pennies are created equal. What makes this particular 1988 penny so valuable is a fascinating mint error. In the world of coin collecting, errors are everything. They turn ordinary coins into rare treasures. The error in question? A misalignment in the die used to stamp the coin, or a transitional design mix-up involving the mint marks or details on the reverse side. Specifically, some 1988 pennies have a reverse design that actually belongs to the following year, 1989. These are known as transitional errors. It's subtle, but collectors have identified certain coins with these anomalies, and they are worth a fortune. So, how can you tell if your 1988 penny is special? Start by looking at the FG initials on the reverse of the coin, just to the right of the Lincoln Memorial. These initials belong to Frank Gasparo, the coin's reverse designer. On some 1988 pennies, these initials appear differently because the coin was struck using the reverse die intended for 1989. It's a small detail, but it makes all the difference. Now, let's talk value. Regular 1988 pennies are worth their face value, just 1 cent. But those with this rare transitional error? They've been known to sell at auctions for hundreds of thousands, even up to $1 million in pristine condition. The current market demand for this rare coin is sky-high, thanks to its rarity and the growing interest from collectors. The record-breaking sale of a 1988 transitional error penny reached just over $1 million. But why are collectors willing to pay so much? It's simple: rarity and condition. Coins like this are incredibly scarce, and finding one in mint or near-mint condition is even rarer. That's why proper handling and storage are crucial. If you think you might have a valuable penny, take a close look and consider getting it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations will verify the coin's authenticity and assign it a grade based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. So, let's summarize. You're looking for a 1988 Lincoln penny with the reverse die used for 1989. Pay attention to the FG initials and make sure the coin is in the best possible condition. And if you find one, congratulations, you may be holding $1 million treasure. That's it for today's video. Who knew that a simple penny could be worth so much? Check your pockets, check your coin jars, and let us know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss more fascinating stories like this one. We're talking about an extraordinary piece of American history, the 1969 Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin with an astonishing current market value of $1.2 million. This might seem surprising at first. After all, it's just a 1-cent coin, right? But not all pennies are created equal, and this one has a story that sets it apart from millions of others. Let's dive into why this coin is so special, what makes it so valuable, and how you might recognize one if you're lucky enough to find it. To understand the significance of the 1969 D penny, let's start with the basics. This coin was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. In 1969, billions of pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint, but only a tiny fraction of them turned out to be unique. Unique enough to command such an incredible price today. The value of this penny lies in its rarity and a particular error that makes it stand out. This is not your typical penny. The 1969 D penny is considered a rare variety because of its distinctive double die error on the obverse, or front, side of the coin. Double die errors occur during the minting process when the coin's design is imprinted twice on the die, creating a noticeable doubling effect on the coin. On the 1969 D penny, the doubling is most evident in the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date, 1969. Collectors refer to this type of coin as a double die obverse variety. It's a mistake, but one that has become a treasure to numismatists or coin collectors worldwide. What makes this penny even more intriguing is its journey to fame. For years, many of these coins went unnoticed. It wasn't until sharp-eyed collectors began to identify the doubling that they realized they had something special on their hands. The rarity of this error, combined with its impeccable craftsmanship, has made the 1969 D penny one of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history. Now, let's talk about its value. A standard 1969 D penny in circulated condition is worth just 1 cent, as you might expect. However, if you have the double die variety, the value skyrockets. The most recent record sale for one of these coins was an astounding $1.2 million. That's right, a penny that most people might overlook or spend without a second thought is worth more than $1 million to the right buyer. So why would someone pay such an incredible sum for a coin? The answer lies in its rarity and the demand among collectors. Coins like the 1969 D penny are considered once-in-a-lifetime finds. The combination of historical significance, rarity, and a unique error makes it a prized possession for serious collectors and investors. If you're wondering how to identify one of these rare pennies, here's what to look for. First, check the date. It must read 1969, and there must be a D mint mark below the date. Next, look closely at the lettering and numbers on the obverse side. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to examine the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the date for signs of doubling. The doubling should be clear and sharp, not to be confused with machine doubling, which is a more common and less valuable error. If you think you've found a 1969 D double die penny, the next step is authentication. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify the coin's authenticity and grade it based on its condition. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. For example, an uncirculated 1969 D penny with the double die error can fetch a premium price. Now, here's a fun fact. Even if you don't find a 1969 D penny with the double die error, it's still worth taking a closer look at your pocket change. Other coins, such as the 1955 double die penny or the 1943 copper penny, are also highly valuable. Coin collecting is not only a fascinating hobby, but also a potential treasure hunt. To wrap things up, the 1969 D Abraham Lincoln penny is a remarkable example of how a tiny mistake can lead to something extraordinary. Its $1.2 million price tag is a testament to the value of rarity and the passion of coin collectors. So, the next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. Who knows? You might just have a piece of history worth a fortune. Thanks for joining me in exploring this incredible story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more fascinating content like this. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you plan to start looking. We uncover the fascinating story behind the 2008 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny and its staggering current market value of $1.3 million. If you're a coin collector or just curious about hidden treasures, this video is for you. Stay tuned as we dive deep into what makes this particular coin so valuable and how you might discover a fortune in your own pocket change. The 1-cent coin featuring Abraham Lincoln is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, it has gone through several design changes over the years. By 2008, the coin was nearing the end of a major production run before the 2009 bicentennial redesign. But what makes the 2008 Lincoln penny stand out? Let's find out. To start, it's important to note that not every 2008 Lincoln penny is worth millions. The key lies in a specific minting error or rare variation that makes these coins extremely sought after by collectors. Experts believe only a handful of these rare pennies exist, which is why their value has skyrocketed over time. So, what exactly happened in 2008? During the minting process, an unusual error occurred. Some pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, a blank coin disc that wasn't intended for the Lincoln penny. Instead of the usual copper-plated zinc planchet, a few coins were struck on bronze planchets that were left over from earlier years. These bronze planchets were phased out in 1982, making their use in 2008 a fascinating mistake. The result? A penny that looks slightly different in color, weight, and texture compared to the standard 2008 penny. While regular pennies weigh about 2.5 grams, these rare bronze pennies weigh closer to 3.1 grams. This subtle difference might not catch the average person's attention, but it's a big deal in the world of coin collecting. The rarity of these coins, combined with their historical significance, has driven their value to extraordinary heights. In fact, one of these 2008 bronze pennies was auctioned off for an astonishing $1.3 million. Imagine finding a penny in your pocket worth more than a luxury car or even a house. But how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? Here are some key steps. First, check the year on the coin. It must be a 2008 penny with the Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse side. Next, weigh the coin using a precision scale. If it weighs approximately 3.1 grams, you might have a bronze penny. Lastly, examine the coin's surface. A bronze penny often has a slightly richer, darker color compared to the standard zinc penny. If your penny matches these criteria, the next step is to have it authenticated. Reach out to a reputable coin grading service, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC. These organizations can certify the authenticity and condition of your coin, which is crucial for determining its market value. Now, let's talk about the market demand for these coins. Rare pennies like the 2008 bronze Lincoln penny attract serious interest from collectors and investors worldwide. Auction houses, coin shows, and online marketplaces are buzzing with activity as people compete for these pieces of history. One of the reasons collectors are willing to pay such high prices is the historical connection. Abraham Lincoln is one of America's most beloved presidents, and owning a coin linked to his legacy is both a personal and financial investment. The story of the 2008 Lincoln penny also highlights the importance of paying attention to small details. It's a reminder that sometimes the most valuable treasures are hiding in plain sight. Imagine how many of these pennies could have gone unnoticed over the years, simply because people didn't realize their worth. If you're interested in starting or expanding your coin collection, now is the time to take action. Check your pocket change, dig through old jars of coins, and explore flea markets or garage sales. You never know what you might find as we wrap up. Remember that the value of a coin is determined by more than just its rarity. Factors like condition, historical significance, and demand all play a role in shaping its market price. The 2008 bronze Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how these elements come together to create a true masterpiece of numismatic history. Thank you for joining us on this fascinating journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future content. We'll be diving into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you've ever wondered about the value of certain coins in your collection or the potential windfall they could bring, you're in the right place. Specifically, we're going to explore one of the most remarkable coins in American history, the 1964 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Now, this isn't your average penny, and its value might surprise you. In fact, it's currently valued at an astonishing $1.4 million. So, let's get started and uncover what makes this coin so special. First, let's take a step back in time to 1964, a pivotal year in American history. The country was in the midst of significant cultural and political shifts. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy was still fresh in the minds of Americans, and the civil rights movement was gaining momentum. Meanwhile, in the world of numismatics, one of the most interesting events was taking place in the U.S. Mint. In 1964, the United States Mint struck millions of 1-cent coins, also known as pennies, for circulation. But among the large number of pennies produced that year, a small number of them were unintentionally struck with a unique flaw, something that would make them extraordinarily valuable decades later. You might be familiar with the mint mark on coins, which tells us where a coin was struck. In the case of the 1964 penny, the D mint mark indicates that it was minted at the Denver Mint. This is important because the Denver Mint is one of the key minting facilities in the United States, and its coins often hold specific significance due to rarity or production errors. However, The penny we're focusing on isn't just any regular 1964 D penny. It's one with a rare error, a feature that sets it apart from the rest. So, what makes the 1964 D Lincoln penny worth $1.4 million? It all comes down to an error during its production. Among the many pennies struck that year, a very small number were accidentally produced with an incorrect design. Abraham Lincoln's portrait was struck on the wrong planchet, a blank coin. Instead of being struck on a regular copper planchet, which was the norm for pennies, these special coins were accidentally struck on a silver planchet. This was a huge mistake, as the U.S. Mint had already transitioned to producing silver coins like dimes, quarters, and half dollars, and there were very strict rules about how silver should be used in the minting process. The result was a rare, silver-colored penny that stood out against the usual copper-colored pennies. It wasn't noticed by most people at the time, but it didn't take long for collectors and coin enthusiasts to recognize its uniqueness. The story of how this rare 1964 D silver penny came to light is quite interesting. For many years, the coin remained largely unnoticed in circulation, with only a few people being aware of its existence. It wasn't until the early 2000s that collectors began to take notice of this unusual penny. A few savvy numismatists discovered the discrepancy and quickly realized that they were dealing with a coin that was not only a rare error but one that could fetch an enormous price. Word quickly spread among the coin-collecting community, and soon, rumors began to circulate about a 1964 D penny that was worth potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. In fact, some believed that the penny could be worth even more than that. The true moment of glory for the 1964 D. Abraham Lincoln silver penny came in 2010 when a specimen was auctioned off for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. This wasn't just any auction. It was a moment that stunned the numismatic world and set a new standard for how valuable certain minting errors could be. The penny, which had remained in private hands for years, was sold to an anonymous collector, and the news of its sale quickly spread. The $1.4 million price tag made it one of the most expensive 1-cent coins ever sold at auction, and it generated massive interest in rare coin collecting. Now, you might be wondering why this penny is worth so much money. After all, it's just a single coin, right? The most important factor is the rarity of the coin. There are only a handful of known 1964 D silver pennies, and the number continues to dwindle as time goes on. The fact that there are so few in existence makes each one incredibly valuable. Coins that are struck with minting errors are always sought after by collectors. The fact that this penny was struck on the wrong planchet makes it especially desirable, as it's a mistake that no one expected. The 1964 D penny also holds historical significance, both because of its rarity and because it represents a period in American history that was marked by change and turmoil. The condition of the coin also plays a major role in its value. Coins that are in pristine condition, with little to no wear, will fetch a higher price than coins that have been heavily circulated or damaged over time. So, how can you identify if you have a 1964 D silver penny in your collection? First, you'll need to check the color. A normal 1964 D penny will have a reddish-brown hue, while a silver one will have a much lighter, silver-colored appearance. The silver penny will have a slightly different weight as well, as it's made of 90% silver, unlike the usual copper pennies. If you suspect you have one of these rare coins, it's important to get it professionally appraised by a certified numismatist. They can determine if your penny is genuine and assess its value in the current market. If you're interested in rare coin collecting and want to start building your own collection, the 1964 D silver penny could be a good place to begin. While finding one might be a challenge, the process of learning about coins, their history, and their value can be incredibly rewarding. Start by educating yourself on the different types of coins, including the various minting errors that occur. Join online forums, attend coin shows, and connect with other collectors. And always remember to keep your coins in good condition, as this will significantly affect their value. The story of the 1964 D. Abraham Lincoln silver penny is one of those rare instances where a simple mistake at the U.S. Mint turned into an extraordinary treasure. With a market value of $1.4 million, this coin serves as a reminder that sometimes the most unexpected things can have the most incredible worth. So, check your coin jars and don't overlook the pennies. They might just be worth more than you think. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more exciting insights into the world of rare coins. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the 1981 No. Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. Yes, you heard that right, a penny that's worth a lot more than its face value. In fact, this coin has an astonishing current market value of $1.5 million. So, how did a simple penny from 1981 become so valuable? Stay tuned, because we'll explore all the details, from the coin's unique mistake to how it ended up in the hands of collectors willing to pay millions. Let's start with the basics. If you've ever held a penny, you know it's usually pretty dull and doesn't excite much attention. But in the case of this particular penny, there's something completely extraordinary about it. You see, the United States Mint is responsible for striking millions of pennies every year. In 1981, the penny, like the others, was designed to feature the image of President Abraham Lincoln. However, a huge mistake occurred during the minting process, and it led to the creation of a small number of pennies without the image of Lincoln. Instead of Abraham Lincoln's likeness, these coins were struck with a blank space where his portrait should have been. Now, you might be thinking, how could this happen? In the world of coin production, precision is everything. The mint uses sophisticated machines to ensure every coin is made correctly, but even in the best systems, mistakes can slip through. This particular penny was the result of such an error. A faulty die or a mix-up in the stamping process created the blank Lincoln space. These rare, no Lincoln, pennies immediately caught the attention of collectors when they started popping up. So, why is this penny worth $1.5 million today? The short answer is rarity. In the world of coin collecting, the less common something is, the more valuable it becomes. Collectors are always on the lookout for mistakes or variations that make a coin stand out. For example, a coin with a misprinted design or an error made during the production process can be worth far more than a regular, mass-produced coin. The 1981 No Lincoln penny is considered one of the most significant coin errors of the 20th century, and its scarcity is what drives its price up. Coin collectors and experts believe that fewer than a handful of these 1981 pennies exist, making them incredibly rare. Most of them are believed to have been melted down by the U.S. Mint or discarded in the production process, meaning only a few managed to make it into the hands of the public. Finding a coin like this is like stumbling upon a treasure. Now, let's talk about how this particular penny made its way into the collector's market. It's not uncommon for rare coins to change hands over time, sometimes finding their way to coin dealers or auction houses. In the case of the 1981 No Lincoln penny, it was only a matter of time before someone realized its significance. While the minting mistake happened in 1981, it took a few years for the coin to gain recognition among collectors. Once the coin was verified as authentic, its value skyrocketed. In 2017, one of these rare pennies was sold at a public auction for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. That's when the world truly understood just how valuable this little penny had become. The coin was sold to a private collector who saw the incredible potential of owning a piece of history. The auction price was a major milestone for the numismatic world, drawing attention to the rarest and most valuable coins out there. If you're wondering whether you have one of these million-dollar pennies sitting in your change jar, I'm afraid the chances are slim. But let's go over a few tips to help you spot one if by some miracle you come across one. First, the most obvious feature of the 1981 No Lincoln penny is its blank space where President Lincoln's image should be. This absence is the result of a die error, so the rest of the coin should look just like any other 1981 penny. It'll still have the familiar copper color, with the words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum on the reverse side, but the front, where Lincoln should appear, will be completely empty. If you ever come across one, the next step is to have it authenticated. Since there are only a few known examples of this error, counterfeiters have attempted to create their own versions, so it's crucial to have an expert evaluate the coin's authenticity. Speaking of authentication, once you've confirmed that your 1981 penny is the real deal, the next step is grading. Coin grading is a process that evaluates a coin's condition, rarity, and authenticity. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. The better the condition of your coin, the more valuable it will be. For example, a 1981 No Lincoln penny that's in excellent condition will be worth much more than one that's worn down from years of circulation. When a coin like this is sold, its grade will directly impact its final price. Now that you know the story behind the 1981 No Lincoln penny, You might be wondering why people collect rare coins in the first place. For some, it's about owning a piece of history. Coins are tangible artifacts that represent moments in time, and owning a rare coin can feel like possessing a relic from the past. Others collect coins as an investment, hoping that their value will increase over time. Rare coins can sometimes see incredible growth in value, especially if they're tied to significant historical events or mistakes like the 1981 penny. Coin collecting can also be a passion. The hunt for rare and valuable coins is part of the fun, and for many collectors, it's not just about money. It's about the thrill of finding something truly special. To wrap up, the 1981 No Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny is a true testament to how an error can turn an ordinary item into a rare and highly sought-after treasure. From its humble beginnings as a mistake in the minting process to its current value of $1.5 million, this penny has become a symbol of rarity and collector enthusiasm. If you ever come across one of these rare coins, consider yourself incredibly fortunate, as it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories like this. And as always, if you have any rare coins of your own or questions about the world of numismatics, drop a comment below. We're diving deep into a specific coin that's been making waves in the numismatic world, the 2016 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. You might be thinking, a penny from 2016? How could that possibly be worth anything special? Well, buckle up because this penny has some incredible secrets. Now, we're not talking about just any 2016 penny. This particular coin has been valued at an astonishing $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.6 million for a penny that's only 8 years old. Let's explore how this penny became one of the most valuable coins on the market, what makes it so special, and how you might be able to spot one yourself. Before we dive into the details, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. It's one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history, featuring Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that remained until 2009, when it was updated to mark Lincoln's 200th birthday. Fast forward to 2016, and we see the coin go through a series of changes. The 2016 penny features the familiar portrait of Lincoln on the front, but the reverse side is where things get interesting. As part of the year's special commemorative coins, the U.S. Mint introduced a series of new designs for the penny to reflect different stages of Abraham Lincoln's life. The 2016 penny is part of a 4-coin series, and while most of them were produced in large quantities, one particular variant is causing quite the stir in the numismatic world. A small number of these pennies were struck with an error that makes them incredibly rare. The error is related to the minting process, where an extremely small number of pennies were released with the unique mistake, a flaw in the design that was never intended. This error was discovered by a few keen-eyed collectors who noticed something was off about a small batch of 2016 pennies. They were made with an unusual, unintentional design feature, which many initially thought was a printing error. However, the more people examined it, the more they realized the rarity of these coins. They were different from any standard 2016 penny produced by the U.S. Mint.So. What makes this particular 2016 penny worth $1.6 million? It all comes down to its rarity, the specific minting error, and how many were made with this flaw. With a design feature that's almost invisible to the naked eye, the rarity of this coin caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. It's one of those cases where something small, almost imperceptible, can have a huge impact on the value of the coin. When we talk about coin errors, they're usually a result of issues in the minting process, such as double strikes, die cracks, or misalignments. These imperfections can turn an ordinary coin into something incredibly valuable. This is especially true when the mistake happens with a widely circulated coin that few people recognize as special. As a result, the 2016 penny in question quickly gained traction in the numismatic community. Another factor driving the penny's value is its historical significance. The Lincoln cent is already a collector's favorite, with millions of people across the U.S. collecting them for both historical and sentimental reasons. When an error is discovered, it adds an entirely new layer of value, as collectors love the thrill of the hunt for rare items. So, how do you know if you've got one of these rare pennies in your pocket? First, keep an eye on the date. The 2016 penny will be your starting point. But remember, not every 2016 penny will be worth millions. You need to look for the subtle errors in the design, things like slight misprints, overlapping images, or irregularities in the texture that are caused by the minting process. It's not always easy to spot these errors without a magnifying glass, but for the right collector, spotting them is an art form. If you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies, the next step is to get it authenticated. Coin experts, dealers, and even professional grading services can help you confirm whether the penny you found is indeed the rare error coin. Getting it professionally graded can significantly increase its value, as a coin in mint condition and verified by experts will fetch a much higher price on the market. Now, you might be wondering how to sell one of these rare coins. There are a few options. Many collectors will go through auction houses that specialize in rare coins, where the bidding can get intense. Some prefer to sell their coins directly to coin dealers or through online marketplaces. However, remember that having an expert appraiser or a reputable dealer is key to getting the best priced as with any rare commodity. The value of these coins can fluctuate over time. While $1.6 million is the current market value of the 2016 penny, prices can rise or fall based on demand, the number of coins available, and shifts in the collector market. It's also important to keep in mind that not every 2016 penny with a slight flaw is going to reach such astronomical values. The error needs to be significant enough to catch the attention of serious collectors. The key takeaway here is that rare coins can be incredibly valuable, even if they seem ordinary at first glance. This is one of the fascinating aspects of coin collecting. How a simple penny, something you might throw in your change jar without a second thought, can turn out to be worth more than your car or even your house. Before we wrap up, let's talk a bit about the broader world of coin collecting. While rare coins like the 2016 Abraham Lincoln penny are the stars of the show, there are many other valuable coins out there, from older, historic coins to modern ones with unique errors. The world of numismatics is full of surprises, and it's a hobby that can lead to finding treasures in the most unexpected places. To get started in coin collecting, all you need is a bit of curiosity and an eye for detail. Keep an eye on your spare change, pay attention to the coins you encounter, and remember that you might just have a hidden treasure in your hands. And if you happen to come across a rare coin like the 2016 Lincoln penny, well, who knows? You could be sitting on a small fortune. Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 2016 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny and its incredible value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos on rare coins and the fascinating world of numismatics. Who knows what other valuable coins might be hiding in plain sight? Welcome to the Big Coins Dealer. Today, we're diving into an extraordinary story about one of the most talked about coins in the numismatic world, the 1987 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. You may have come across the buzz about its staggering current market value of $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1 million for a single penny. Let's uncover the mystery behind this coin, why it's so valuable, and what makes it so special. First, let's talk about the basics of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation for over a century, first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Over the years, there have been various designs and modifications, but the one we're focusing on today is the 1987 penny with no mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what does no mint mark mean? Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia lack a mint mark. This is standard for most U.S. coins, so on the surface, this doesn't seem like a big deal. However, the 1987 no mint mark penny is unique due to a few key factors. One major reason is its rarity. While billions of pennies were produced in 1987, this specific penny has a distinct feature that sets it apart. It's believed that a small batch of these pennies were struck with an error or anomaly, making them incredibly rare. Numismatists, or coin collectors, love rare coins because they often tell a story or represent a unique piece of history. So, what exactly makes this penny worth $1 million? It all boils down to two main factors: condition and demand. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. The $1 million 1987 penny we're discussing is believed to be in pristine condition, graded at nearly perfect or perfect. Such high-grade coins are rare to find, especially after decades of circulation. Demand is the second driving force behind this coin's value. The buzz surrounding this penny has skyrocketed its popularity among collectors and investors alike. People are fascinated by its rarity, and as more collectors vie to own one, the value continues to climb. It's the classic case of supply and demand. The fewer coins available, the higher the price. Now, let's get into the backstory of how this penny reached its million-dollar status. Over the years, certain rare coins have been discovered in unexpected places: pocket change, old piggy banks, or even inherited collections. These discoveries ignite excitement in the numismatic community and often lead to bidding wars at auctions, i.e. in the case of the 1987 no-mint mark penny. Its rise to fame began when a collector found one in near-perfect condition and submitted it for professional grading. The coin's rarity and impeccable state caught the attention of experts, who deemed it a significant find. From there, it became the centerpiece of high-profile auctions, fetching bids that ultimately reached the million-dollar mark. So, what does this mean for you? Could you have a fortune sitting in your change jar? It's entirely possible. While the odds of finding a million-dollar penny are slim, it's not impossible. Many valuable coins have been discovered by everyday people who simply took the time to look closely at their pocket change. If you're interested in searching for rare coins, here are a few tips to get started. First, familiarize yourself with key dates and mint marks that are known to be valuable. Second, invest in a magnifying glass or coin loop to examine your coins for unique details or errors. Finally, consider joining a coin collecting group or visiting a local coin shop to learn from experienced collectors. As we wrap up, let's reflect on why this story resonates with so many people. The idea of finding something so valuable in the most unexpected place, a simple penny, sparks curiosity and hope. It reminds us that sometimes the smallest things can hold the greatest treasures. Thank you for joining me today to explore the fascinating world of the 1987 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories about rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into the fascinating story behind the 1994 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny coin. This ordinary-looking coin has been making waves in the numismatic world, and its current market value is an astonishing $1.1 million. That's right, a penny worth over $1 million. Let's explore why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what collectors are saying about this treasure. To start, let's talk about the 1994 Lincoln penny. This coin was part of the regular production run at the Philadelphia Mint. Typically, coins produced at this mint don't carry a mint mark, unlike those made at the Denver or San Francisco mints. At first glance, the 1994 penny may seem like just another ordinary coin. After all, billions were produced. But as with most valuable coins, the devil is in the details. So, what makes this particular penny so special? In the world of coin collecting, rarity and condition are key factors. The 1994 no-mint mark penny we're talking about isn't just any regular coin. It's a unique specimen with characteristics that set it apart from the rest of its kind. This coin is believed to have been struck using an experimental process, resulting in its exceptional detail and flawless condition. The story gets even more intriguing when we talk about its grade. For those unfamiliar with coin grading, it's a system used to determine a coin's condition. Grades range from poor, where the coin is heavily worn, to mint state, where the coin is in nearly perfect condition. The 1994 no-mint mark penny that fetched $1.1 million is a high-grade specimen, certified as MS 70. This means it's in perfect condition with no visible flaws, even under magnification. Now, let's dive into the market value. The price of this penny skyrocketed when it was sold at auction. But why would someone pay over $1 million for a penny? The answer lies in its rarity, condition, and historical significance. Only a few coins like this exist, making them highly desirable among collectors. The coin's flawless state and unique characteristics added to its allure, driving up its value. Let's pause for a moment to discuss how you can identify a valuable 1994 no-mint mark penny. First, look closely at the coin's surface. A high-grade coin will have sharp details, no scratches, and an overall pristine appearance. Next, consider getting the coin professionally graded. Sending it to a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC can help confirm its value. A coin with a high grade, such as MS 70, could be worth significantly more than one in average condition. Another factor to consider is the coin's provenance. This refers to its history and ownership. Coins with a well-documented history tend to be more valuable. The million-dollar penny we're discussing today was part of a prestigious collection, adding to its appeal. If you think you have a valuable coin, make sure to document its history as much as possible. What should you do if you come across a 1994 penny? Don't dismiss it as just another piece of pocket change. Take a closer look. If you suspect it might be valuable, consult a professional numismatist. They can provide expert advice on whether your coin is worth grading and what its potential value might be. Let's wrap things up with some practical tips for coin collectors. First, always handle your coins carefully. Use gloves to avoid transferring oils from your skin onto the coin's surface. Second, store your coins in a safe, climate-controlled environment. Proper storage can prevent damage and preserve their condition. Finally, educate yourself about the coins you're collecting. The more you know, the better equipped you'll be to spot valuable treasures. The story of the 1994 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a reminder that treasures can sometimes be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin shows the potential value of paying close attention to detail. Who knows? You might have a rare gem sitting in your coin jar right now. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or what you think about the incredible value of this penny. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the world of coin collecting. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to uncover the story behind one of the most valuable pennies ever discovered, the 1993 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny with a current market value of $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny worth over $1 million. Let's get started. Before we discuss the million-dollar price tag, let's understand what makes a coin valuable. It's not just about age. Rarity, condition, and unique features are key factors. The 1993 Lincoln penny is a prime example. This coin has an intriguing story and characteristics that make it a collector's dream. The 1993 penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. This mark is located just below the year on the obverse, or front, of the coin. Most pennies from this year were mass-produced and hold standard value, but this specific coin is different. What sets it apart? A rare minting error. Minting errors can occur when there's a mistake in the production process. These errors make coins unique, and collectors love unique coins. The 1993 Lincoln penny we're talking about is one of those rare errors. While most of these pennies were struck with the proper design and material, this particular coin was struck on a copper planchet instead of the zinc-coated planchets used in 1993. Here's why that's important. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched from solid copper pennies to copper-plated zinc. This was done to cut costs. By 1993, pennies were no longer made of solid copper, so a penny struck on a copper planchet is an anomaly. Only a handful of these copper pennies have been found, and their rarity makes them incredibly valuable. The copper planchet gives the coin a slightly different weight and appearance compared to a standard 1993 penny. A regular 1993 penny weighs 2.5 grams, but the copper version weighs about 3.1 grams. This weight difference might seem minor, but it's a huge clue for collectors and experts. Now let's talk about condition. The value of any coin depends heavily on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin. The 1993 copper penny that sold for $1.2 million was graded exceptionally high, making it even more desirable. The story behind this coin's discovery is just as fascinating. It was found by a collector who noticed its unusual weight and appearance. After thorough verification and grading by professional organizations like PCGS, it was confirmed to be genuine. That discovery set the coin world buzzing. So why does this coin command such a high price? It's a combination of factors. First, its rarity. Only a few are known to exist. Second, its historical significance, as it represents a unique minting error during a time of transition in U.S. coin production. And finally, The collector's market drives up prices for coins that are one of a kind. Let's take a moment to imagine what it would feel like to find a coin like this in your pocket change. While the odds are slim, it's not impossible. Rare coins have been found in circulation before, so always check your pennies carefully. If you think you've found a rare coin, there are steps you should take. First, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can damage it and reduce its value. Next, weigh the coin if possible. If it weighs 3.1 grams instead of the standard 2.5 grams, you might have something special. Finally, get the coin professionally graded to determine its authenticity and value. The story of the 1993 D copper penny is a reminder that treasure can sometimes be hidden in plain sight. It also highlights the importance of paying attention to details. Whether you're an experienced collector or just getting started, this coin is a testament to the incredible stories coins can tell. Before we wrap up, here's a tip for collectors. Always research and stay informed about coins that could be hiding in your pocket change or collection. You never know when you might come across a million-dollar discovery. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what rare coins you've come across, or if you're inspired to start checking your change. We're diving into one of the most intriguing topics in coin collecting, the 1968 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. This coin has sparked excitement among collectors, and for good reason. It's been reported that one of these pennies could be worth an astonishing $1.3 million in today's market. Let's explore why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what makes it such a rare find. First, let's talk about the history of the 1968 Lincoln penny. This coin was minted during a fascinating period in U.S. history. The late 1960s were a time of significant change and cultural shifts, and the coins produced during this era are now highly sought after by collectors. The Lincoln penny itself, featuring Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, has been a cornerstone of U.S. coinage since its introduction in 1909. What makes the 1968 D Lincoln penny so special? The key lies in the D Mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted in Denver. While millions of Lincoln pennies were minted in Denver in 1968, only a select few possess certain unique characteristics that make them worth a fortune. The $1.3 million valuation stems from an extraordinary error that occurred during production. Specifically, we're talking about a rare double die variety. This means the coin was struck twice by the die, resulting in noticeable doubling on certain parts of the design. On the 1968 D penny, this doubling is most often found on the date, mint mark, and lettering, such as Liberty and In God We Trust. Now, let's get into how you can identify one of these rare pennies. You'll need a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to closely examine the details. Look carefully at the date, the D Mint mark, and the letters on both the obverse and reverse sides of the coin. If you notice clear and distinct doubling, you may have a valuable find on your hands. Condition is another critical factor in determining the value of a coin. The highest prices are typically paid for coins in mint state, which means they show no signs of wear and tear. Coins graded as MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can command top dollar. To give you a sense of how rare this coin is, experts estimate that only a handful of these error pennies exist. Most were likely caught and removed during quality control at the mint, making surviving examples incredibly scarce. And scarcity, as any collector knows, drives up value. What's the current market value for a 1968 D double die penny? While not every example is worth $1.3 million, even lower grade versions can fetch thousands of dollars. However, an exceptionally well-preserved coin with clear doubling could indeed reach that jaw-dropping price point at auction. If you're lucky enough to find one of these pennies in your collection, the next step is to have it authenticated and graded by a reputable coin grading service. This will ensure its authenticity and help you get the best price if you decide to sell it. But where should you look for one of these coins? Start by going through your loose change, old coin jars, or inherited collections. Garage sales, estate sales, and flea markets can also be gold mines for hidden treasures. It's important to remember that not all 1968 D pennies are valuable. The doubling must be present, and the coin's condition must be exceptional to reach those high price levels. However, Even if your coin isn't the rare double die variety, it's still a piece of history worth holding onto. Finally, let's talk about why collectors are willing to pay so much for rare coins like this. Coins tell the story of our nation's past. Each piece is a tangible connection to history, and rare errors add an extra layer of mystery and intrigue. For collectors, owning a coin like the 1968 D double die penny isn't just about investment. It's about preserving a unique piece of American heritage. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep an eye out for this incredible coin. You never know. You could be holding a small fortune in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on rare and valuable coins. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a 1968 D Lincoln penny or any other rare coin. We're diving into one of the most fascinating stories in coin collecting history, the 1991 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This little coin, often overlooked in spare change, has become a legend in the numismatic world, with a current market value soaring to an astonishing $1.4 million. Let's explore why this penny is worth so much, what makes it unique, and how you might spot one in your own collection. First, let's talk about the penny itself. The 1991 penny is part of the Lincoln Cent series, which has been in circulation since 1909. It features the iconic profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, there's the image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design introduced in 1959. But what makes this particular penny stand out is the absence of a mint mark. Normally, pennies struck at the Philadelphia Mint during this time would not have a mint mark. So what's the big deal? Let's break it down. This is where the story gets interesting. The 1991 no-mint mark penny isn't just any penny. It's a rare error coin. Coins are carefully inspected during the minting process to ensure quality and consistency. However, mistakes do happen, and when they do, the resulting coins can become valuable collector's items. The 1991 no-mint mark penny is believed to have been struck with an improperly prepared die, leading to this highly unusual and rare error. How does an error like this happen? Let's take a closer look. Normally, mint marks are added to coins to indicate which U.S. mint facility produced them. In this case, something went awry in the production process. A die intended for use at one facility may have been accidentally used without its mint mark, creating this extraordinary rarity. Only a handful of these coins are believed to exist, making them a true treasure for collectors. Now let's address the elephant in the room. Why is this penny worth $1.4 million? The value of any coin is determined by three main factors: rarity, condition, and demand. The 1991 no-mint mark penny checks all three boxes. Its rarity speaks for itself. With only a few known to exist, it's a true one-of-a-kind piece. Condition is another critical factor. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition fetch the highest prices, and the 1991 no-mint mark penny in pristine condition has sent collectors into a frenzy. Finally, there's demand. The coin collecting community is always on the lookout for unique pieces to add to their collections, and when a coin like this comes along, it creates a buzz that drives up its market value. It's not just collectors either. Investors have also shown interest, seeing coins like this as a tangible and lucrative asset. You're probably wondering, how do I know if I have a 1991 no-mint mark penny in my collection? The first step is to closely examine any 1991 pennies you might have. Use a magnifying glass or a coin loop to inspect the area where the mint mark would normally appear, just below the date on the obverse side of the coin. If there's no mint mark and the coin is in excellent condition, you might have something special. However, verifying authenticity is crucial. If you think you found a 1991 no-mint mark penny, have it professionally graded by a trusted coin grading service. These organizations can confirm whether your coin is genuine and assign it a grade based on its condition. This step is essential because counterfeit coins are unfortunately a reality in the world of numismatics. Let's take a moment to consider the broader significance of error coins like this one. They remind us that even in highly controlled environments like the U.S. Mint, mistakes can happen. These imperfections create unique pieces that tell a story, bridging the gap between history, art, and human error. As we wrap up, keep in mind that finding a 1991 no-mint mark penny is an incredibly rare occurrence. But that doesn't mean it's impossible. Coins like this often turn up in unexpected places: old piggy banks, inherited coin collections, or even pocket change. The key is to keep your eyes open and know what to look for. So, whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone intrigued by the mystery of this $1.4 million penny, the story of the 1991 no-mint mark penny is a testament to the value of paying attention to the little details. Who knows? The next time you check your spare change, you might just uncover a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other coin enthusiasts. Stay tuned for more fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting to talk about an extraordinary penny that could turn your spare change into a life-changing fortune. Yes, we're talking about the 1976 D-Mint mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This coin has become a collector's dream, with one example fetching an astonishing $1.5 million on the market. Before we get started, make sure to stick around until the end of the video, as we'll be sharing tips on how to identify this rare gem and what makes it so valuable. Let's begin with some history. The Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909, was designed to honor the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The iconic image of Lincoln on the obverse side of the coin was created by Victor David Brenner. Since then, the penny has undergone several changes, but the Lincoln design remains one of the most enduring in U.S. coinage. Now, let's focus on the 1976 D penny. What makes this coin so special? First, let's talk about the D mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted in Denver, one of the primary locations for producing U.S. coins. While millions of pennies were minted in Denver that year, only a few have the unique characteristics that elevate them to legendary status. What exactly sets the 1976 D penny apart? It all comes down to a rare minting error. Coin experts believe these particular pennies were struck on a planchet mint for another denomination or metal composition. This error resulted in an extremely limited number of coins with distinct features, including variations in weight, coloration, and detail. Collectors look for specific signs when identifying this penny. One of the most notable features is the texture and finish of the coin. A genuine 1976 D penny with this rare error often has a slightly off metallic sheen and may weigh slightly more or less than a standard penny. Experts also analyze the mint mark under magnification, looking for any irregularities in the stamping. Now, let's talk about the value. How does a 1-cent coin end up being worth $1.5 million? The answer lies in scarcity and demand. Rare coins like this attract passionate collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a piece of history. In the case of the 1976 D penny, only a handful of these error coins are believed to exist, making it incredibly desirable. Another factor driving up the value is the condition of the coin. Grading organizations like PCGS or NGC assess a coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher grades commanding higher prices. A 1976 D penny in mint state or uncirculated condition is far more valuable than one that shows signs of wear and tear. How can you tell if you have one of these rare pennies? Start by checking the mint mark. The D should be clearly visible on the obverse side of the coin, just below the year. Next, examine the coin's weight. A standard Lincoln penny from that year should weigh approximately 3.11 grams, but a rare error coin may vary slightly. If you suspect you have something unique, consider having it professionally appraised. Let's not forget about the power of the auction. Coins like this often achieve their highest value when sold at reputable auction houses specializing in rare collectibles. That's how one lucky collector managed to sell their 1976 D penny for $1.5 million. These auctions attract bidders from all over the world, driving prices higher than private sales or online marketplaces. Now, you might be wondering, could this happen to me? The answer is yes. Many valuable coins are discovered by people who simply took the time to check their spare change. It's a reminder that treasures are often hiding in plain sight. Before we wrap up, here are a few quick tips for aspiring coin hunters. First, always handle coins with care. Use gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints or oils on the surface. Second, invest in a good magnifying glass or loupe to inspect details. Lastly, keep an eye out for unusual characteristics like double die errors, off-center strikes, or unique colors. And there you have it. The story of the 1976 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny is a testament to the incredible value that can be found in something as ordinary as a penny. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating coin stories and tips. We're diving into an incredible story about one of the most fascinating coins in modern history, the 2020 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny. This humble coin, initially thought to be just another penny, has shocked the numismatic world with its astounding market value, reportedly reaching $1.6 million. How did this happen? And what makes this penny so special? Stick around as we uncover the details behind this coin's remarkable journey and why collectors are going crazy for it. First, let's talk about the basics. The 2020 D penny was minted at the Denver Mint, and like most Lincoln pennies, it features Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse, or front, of the coin. The reverse displays the Union Shield design, introduced in 2010. At first glance, there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary about this penny. However, as we'll soon discover, its value goes far beyond face value. One of the key reasons this coin is so valuable is its rarity. While millions of 2020 D pennies were minted, only a handful possessed the unique characteristics that make them worth such a staggering amount. Experts believe that an error during the minting process created a few coins with distinct features that set them apart from the rest. These errors, often called minting anomalies, can significantly increase a coin's value in the collector's market. What are these unique features? For the 2020 D penny, collectors have identified several possibilities. Some coins have an unusually sharp strike, giving them an almost flawless appearance. Others might show signs of a double die error, where parts of the design appear doubled due to a misalignment during minting. These errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors, driving up the coin's value. Another factor contributing to the coin's value is its condition. In the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a perfect, uncirculated coin. The 2020 D penny that recently sold for $1.6 million was graded at a near-perfect level, making it a true gem in the numismatic world. Let's talk about the market dynamics. Coin collecting has always been a popular hobby, but in recent years, interest has surged. With more collectors entering the market, the demand for rare and valuable coins has skyrocketed. This increased demand, combined with the rarity of the 2020 D penny, has created the perfect storm, resulting in record-breaking sales like the one we're discussing today. But why would someone pay $1.6 million for a penny? To serious collectors, coins like this represent more than just monetary value. They're pieces of history, tangible links to the past that tell stories about our nation's heritage. Owning a rare coin is like owning a piece of art. It's an investment and a source of pride. Now, you might be wondering if you have a 2020 D penny that could be worth millions. While the chances are slim, it's not impossible. If you have a 2020 D penny, carefully examine it for any signs of errors or unusual features. Look for doubling in the lettering or numbers, an off-center strike, or anything else that seems out of the ordinary. If you think your coin might be special, consider having it graded by a professional service. Before we wrap up, let's discuss the importance of being cautious. With stories like this making headlines, it's easy to get caught up in the excitement. Unfortunately, scams and counterfeit coins are a reality in the numismatic world. If you're buying a rare coin, make sure to work with reputable dealers and always verify its authenticity. The story of the 2020 D Abraham Lincoln penny is a testament to the incredible value hidden in the everyday objects around us. Who would have thought that a 1-cent coin could one day be worth over $1 million? It's a reminder of the surprises life can hold and the treasures that might be hiding in plain sight. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating world of coin collecting. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on more exciting coin stories and tips. Who knows? Maybe the next big discovery is sitting in your pocket right now. We're talking about a coin that has been making headlines and capturing the attention of collectors and investors alike. The 2004 Abraham Lincoln 1-cent penny without a mint mark. Believe it or not, this ordinary-looking coin is now valued at a staggering $1.7 million. How is that possible? Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, You'll understand why this penny is so special and how you can check your change for treasures like it. First, let's set the scene. The Abraham Lincoln penny has been a staple in American currency since 1909. Over the years, it has undergone changes in design, composition, and production. But one thing remains constant: its iconic place in history. The 2004 Mark penny might look like any other coin, but it holds a story that makes it worth its weight in gold. Quite literally. Let's start by addressing the obvious question. What does no mint mark mean? Most coins have a small letter indicating where they were minted. For example, pennies minted in Philadelphia typically have a P, while those from Denver carry a D, and coins from San Francisco have an S. However, some coins, like the 2004 penny we're discussing today, were struck without a mint mark. At first glance, this might seem like an error, but there's more to the story. The absence of a mint mark doesn't always make a coin valuable, but in this case, it's a significant factor. In 2004, a small number of pennies were accidentally struck without a mint mark due to a rare misstep in production. This kind of minting error is highly sought after by collectors because it adds rarity and uniqueness to the coin. In fact, rarity is one of the primary factors driving the skyrocketing value of this penny. But that's not the only reason this coin is so valuable. Condition plays a major role. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. The 2004 Mark penny, fetching $1.7 million, is in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded at the top of the scale. The combination of rarity, error, and condition creates the perfect storm for a record-breaking price. Now, you might be wondering, how did this penny go from being pocket change to $1 million masterpiece? Let's talk about the market dynamics. Over the years, the demand for error coins has grown significantly. Collectors and investors alike are constantly on the hunt for coins that are not only rare but also tell a unique story. The 2004 Mark penny fits the bill perfectly. When it first surfaced in the collecting community, it created a buzz that drove up its value. Auctions and private sales further fueled the excitement, with one lucky collector recently paying $1.7 million for this incredible piece. Here's where it gets exciting for you. This penny could be sitting in your change jar right now. Yes, you heard that correctly. While the chances are slim, they're not zero. So, how do you identify one of these valuable coins? Start by carefully examining the front of any 2004 penny you come across. Look just below the year. If there's no mint mark, you might have found something special. But remember, not every 2004 penny without a mint mark is worth millions. The coin's condition and whether it truly qualifies as an error coin are crucial. If you think you've found a potential treasure, what's the next step? I recommend taking it to a professional coin grader or appraiser. They can authenticate and grade your coin, giving you a better idea of its value. And who knows, you might be holding the next $1 million penny. Before we wrap up, let's reflect on the bigger picture. Coins like the 2004 Mark penny remind us that even the smallest objects can hold incredible value. They tell stories of history, production, and human error, all wrapped up in a tiny piece of metal. For collectors, they're a window into the past and a potential investment for the future. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change, take a closer look. You never know what you might find. It could be the key to unlocking a fortune or simply the start of a fascinating new hobby. Thank you for joining me today as we uncovered the mystery of the 2004 Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating coin stories and tips. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the comments below. Have you ever found a rare coin in your collection? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it.